Morning everybody, how are y'all doing today? I'm doing fantastic just like yesterday because Glenny, my favorite PlayStation fanboy, has finally blessed us with yet another wonderful, insightful comment chain that we get to take a look at today. Now, before I even get into this video, Glenny, I don't know if you're going to watch all the way to the end, so I'm just going to say this right now. I have a challenge for you, my guy, because I've looked at your YouTube channel, I've clicked on your profile picture, and you've uploaded before, but you haven't uploaded in a little while, so I figured let's fix that. I challenge you to upload a video responding to me, because, you know, as fun as it is to read your comments, I feel like responding to a video you make would be a lot more fun in all honesty. So yeah, I challenge you, Glenny, make a video responding to me instead of just spamming stuff in the comments constantly. You're probably not going to because you definitely seem like the keyboard warrior type, but you know what, whatever. If you do make a video responding to me, I would greatly appreciate that, man. So please consider my offer. But anyway, we're not gonna spend much time in this intro because you guys know who this guy is by now. If you don't know who he is, then just go back and watch one of my previous videos reading PlayStation fanboy comments, and you'll know exactly who this guy is. But anyway, let's get into the first comment. Now, when I initially uploaded my video, he pretty quickly put a comment on the video saying, at ClutzyKing552, OMG, yes, the video about me again is here, celebration emoji times 3, was so excited for this. You are making me famous, man, celebration emoji times 3. It's so much fun seeing you getting triggered by me, laughing face emoji times 3, and it's so much fun seeing you damage control all my comments, laughing face emoji times 3, and the most funny thing is I am not even a fanboy, laughing face emoji times 3. So because I prefer PlayStation and Nintendo over the Xbox and telling you the facts, this does make me a fanboy, right? Laughing face emoji times 3. Fanboys lies to fit their agenda. So where can you see I lied, dummy? Why don't you please tell me this, huh? Now, there is more to this comment. This was only like the first half of it, but let's go ahead and dismantle this entire first half first. So, yeah, you know what? You're welcome, man. I'm happy you're excited that I'm making more videos on you, because that means if you're excited for it, I know that you're probably going to respond to this, which is just going to give me more content to cover during these very dry times. So, again, from the bottom of my heart, genuinely thank you for that, dude. I really do appreciate it. Also, I really wouldn't say I'm getting triggered considering how much fun I'm having with these videos, but considering the amount of times you feel the need to use the laughing face emoji and the amount of people you've responded to in my comment section, I would say that you are probably the triggered one in this situation. Also, you are in 150% denial if you think you're not a fanboy, just given everything we've seen so far and everything we're going to see in this video. And no, the fact that you prefer Nintendo and PlayStation does not make you a fanboy. That does not make you a fanboy, my guy. Obviously, people are going to prefer whatever platform they want to, and that's 100% okay. I have a friend who prefers Xbox. I don't care that he prefers that. I have a couple friends who prefer PlayStation. Again, I don't care which platform you prefer. If you're having a fun time playing on the platform you like playing on, then that's all that should really matter at the end of the day. Why would I be pathetic enough to unironically care what platform someone plays on? That seems a little dumb to me. What makes you a fanboy is the fact that you praise exclusivity, and I actually mentioned this later in this video, but I'm just going to go over it now. You praise exclusivity, you deny objective facts to push your own fanboy narrative, and literally in my last video, you said that anyone who buys an Xbox instead of a PlayStation is not in their right mind. So basically, you're calling people who buy Xbox instead of PlayStation insane. So yeah, when you attack people for purchasing a platform that you don't particularly like playing on, yeah, that's being a fanboy, dude. Now, in terms of where you lie, well, you constantly, repeatedly say that exclusives are what sell consoles, which, you know, I'm not going to go into that because I think I've provided more than enough proof at this point to prove that they actually don't sell consoles except for the Switch, but continuing on. Also, you lied about my list of Game Pass games. Again, I already admitted that not every single one of the games I listed was a day one Game Pass game. That is my bad, but at the same time, you lied by saying that 90% of them weren't Game Pass games, which is objectively false, so congratulations. Also, you kept lying in the last video saying that you weren't moving the goalposts. When you were, you kept changing the original question you were asking just so you could try to make yourself look right, right, which, sorry, bud, no matter how many times you try to change it, you're never gonna look right, so nice one. Also, let's not forget the most obvious one. You've been lying about me being an Xbox fanboy when that is also objectively false, so nice try with that one. Also, you keep lying saying Xbox has no games when last I checked they have a couple thousand games, so I don't know where you're getting that from, but anyway. And the final one I can come up with off the top of my head is you lied saying that the PS5 wasn't being outsold by the Xbox Series X and S when it actually was, and you were saying that, oh no, it wasn't because of stock issues, which I don't know what that has to do with anything. But yeah, so if you needed any lies, then there you go. There's a bunch that you've said so far, and I guarantee there's more. But anyway, continuing on here, he then follows that up by saying, your videos in a nutshell, everything Xbox positive and everything Sony and its fan base bad. So who is clear a fanboy here? You can take any comment and then twist it around to fit your agenda. Pretty sad actually how you are trying to grow your channel like this, laughing face emoji times 3. And pretty sad that your channel will be full with delusional Xbots that subscribe to you, laughing face emoji times 3. This channel is like therapy sessions for delusional Xbots, laughing face emoji times 8. Well, dude, I haven't twisted a single one of your comments. In fact, in every single video, I have read them out word for word and then responded to them. So I don't know where you're getting this whole thing that I'm twisting your comments, because that's obviously not what I'm doing. But then again, it wouldn't surprise me if you just didn't watch these videos, period. Also, once again, could you provide one example of when I have attacked the Sony fan base? I only ever go after PlayStation when they do something bad, and I go after fanboys like yourself when you say stupid stuff, which is what you're doing right here. Also, you know what? You're absolutely right, man. Saying Xbox has no games, definitely no fanboy would say that, especially not a PlayStation fanboy. But just pointing out an objective fact using sales numbers to make my compelling argument, yeah, you know what? That's absolutely fanboy logic right there. Absolutely, dude. So anyway, moving past that, I then responded with, so that's what this is all about? You're so desperate for attention that you're clinging onto this quote-unquote drama with a microscopic channel in the hopes it'll get you famous? Not gonna lie, I almost feel bad for you. But of course, you're the kind of person who thinks any attention is good attentions. Could you please explain how being exposed as a console fanboy is a good thing? Also, how exactly am I a fanboy when I've made multiple videos calling out Microsoft for doing really bad things, and ones where I've praised Sony? To which he then replied with @King552, desperate for attention, laughing face emoji. Did I ask you to make a video about me, laughing face emoji? All I did was respond to your video damage controlling Microsoft having no exclusives, but you got triggered and made a video about me, and on top of that lying multiple times in your video, laughing face emoji. So you know what, he's absolutely right. He never asked me to make a video, but once I made the initial video reading the salty comments, the only reason, dude, you continue to comment is obviously because you just want more attention from this, because you know I'm gonna make more videos about you, and that's absolutely fine with me. Keep commenting all you want, because I don't really care how much attention I give you. The only attention I've really given you at this point is bad attention, something that you apparently think doesn't exist. But anyway, yeah, I've only given you bad attention, and I've been giving myself pretty good attention, I would say. And again, you say right here that I lied multiple times in my videos. After me clearing up the things that I quote-unquote lied about, could you please provide more examples of things I've lied about? Please, I would really appreciate that. So then I simply responded with, what did I lie about exactly? And he really thought he got me with this reply, but I already kind of debunked these earlier, but I'm still going to read through anyway. So he then responded with, @King552, first of all, that I am a PS fanboy. Second, lying that I didn't reply to your comment. And third, when I asked for AAA day one releases on Game Pass, you bring up a list with more than 90% old games that never came day one on Game Pass, and can be seen clear in your videos that you are twisting around comments to fit your agenda. But hey, don't worry, you know yourself that only Xbox fanboys will agrees with you and believe every BS that comes out of your mouth, no matter how you twist around comments, laughing face emoji. So then I debunked every single point he made here. So I said, 1, not a lie that you're a PS fanboy, you're just in extreme denial about that fact. Funny that everyone who doesn't agree with you is wrong while you sit here alone as a pillar of knowledge and reason. 2, I didn't lie about you not replying to me. You hadn't replied to me at the time I had recorded the video. 3, I admit I was wrong about some of those games being not day one, that's my bad. But to say 90% of the games I mentioned weren't day one games is a lie on your part. So I thought I did a pretty good job debunking all this, but apparently not according to Glenny, because he then responded with, @King552, well, of course you are not going to admit no matter what, laughing face emoji, which I don't really understand, because I literally just admitted right there that I got stuff wrong. So what do you mean I'm not going to admit it? Then again, Glenny might not be the smartest person, as we've seen, but whatever. Anyway, so explain me this. So everyone who prefer PlayStation and Nintendo over the Xbox and says why they don't like Xbox is a PS fanboy? Triple laughing face emoji. Please explain this to me. Really simple question. And you know what? It was a really simple question, so I decided to explain it. So I said, no, people like you who praise exclusives, believe consoles can't succeed without them, deny objective facts, and say no one in their right mind would get an Xbox, those are PlayStation fanboys, which I think I made that pretty clear so far, that normal people who just prefer playing on PlayStation, those are not PlayStation fanboys, but people like this guy are clearly PlayStation fanboys, but not according to Glenny, because he's in 100% denial mode. But anyway, this is where the conversation ends. At this point, I think he's kind of realized that I've completely debunked him in terms of being a PlayStation fanboy, and there's nothing he can really do about it, so he changes the narrative once again, and now he asks, @King552, thinking as a consumer, why buy a underpowered Xbox Series S when you can put a little bit more money on that and buy a more powerful PS5 digital? Thinking as a consumer doesn't make you a fanboy, dummy, laughing face emoji. But of course you lied to make me look like a fanboy to fit your agenda. Really sad, actually, laughing face emoji. And this is when, I don't want to say I went off, but this is where I was like, okay, I think I've got enough for a video at this point. So I just responded with, thinking as a consumer, like I keep saying, a lot of people don't care about the power of a system or what goes into it. They just want to get a system that can play video games for the next several years and have a good time with it. To people like you and me, the power matters, but to the vast majority of people, it doesn't, as long as they can play the games they want to play. You're pushing your agenda onto others by thinking everyone thinks the same way as you do, which is, again, fanboy logic. Working on another response video now. Any replies you send from now on will not be included, so save them for when the new vid goes up. And obviously, that new vid is the one you guys have been watching for the last 12 or so minutes. So that's the end of mine and Glenny's conversation, but I just wanted to highlight some more interactions he had with my lovely community, aka you guys. So first off, we have Harry Swan, who said, the poor pony, he's so triggered and brainwashed. Exclusives don't sell consoles, the PS2 proves this, and that the best-selling console of all time, which is absolutely true, because Harry here actually pointed out in one of my previous videos, even the best-selling PlayStation 2 exclusives sold no more than 10 million copies, and the PlayStation 2, keep in mind, was the best-selling console of all time. So if that doesn't prove that exclusives barely matter at all in terms of selling consoles, then Glenny, I think you might actually just be an idiot at that point. But anyway, speaking of Glenny, he responded to that with, the poor Xbot is so triggered he made 3 videos about me, laughing face emoji ×3, and you're commenting like this on this video proofs that you are a Xbox fanboy, laughing face emoji ×3, which again, I really just love to see this. Like, apparently everyone is a fanboy except for him. All the dozens, if not hundreds of people who disagree with him at this point, like, we are all fanboys, but he, the single person who's against everyone else, he is not a fanboy. 10 out of 10 logic, my dude. But moving on, the next one we have is, the initial comment comes from Queen Zelda, who said, you're very welcome, glad I'm here, King Heart. I'm very happy Glenny gives you a lot of content, XD, and gives us a lot of pony salt, lol, @Glenny, and no need to reply to my comment again, especially when I'm only getting a copy and paste answer, lol. I'm much more worth it than that, winky face. Play your PS exclusives once in a while, dude, XD. Maybe don't do that, so we have much more content to watch. Thank you in advance, XD. And this really triggered Glenny, so he just simply responded with, well, have fun playing old games instead of demanding better, laughing face emoji ×3. Which I actually find hilarious, because based on my research, Microsoft actually released more first-party games in 2021 than Sony did. But you know what? We're not going to get into that. Anyway, Queen Zelda then replied with, At Glenny, I have all the games I want, my dude. All the old games, all the new games, games from the PS, from Xbox, from Nintendo, all the goodies. I'm a PC queen, heart. And then Glenny responded with, at Queen Zelda, well, that's great if you play on Nintendo also. Nintendo for me and many others has way more to offer than the Xbox. That's why I play only on Nintendo and PlayStation. So why should I have reasons to be salty? Confused emoji. And dude, I'm honestly wondering the same thing as well. Like, why are you salty? Why can't you just let people enjoy playing on Xbox? Like, why do you have to insult people who play on Xbox saying they're not in their right mind if they buy an Xbox? They're idiots if they don't save the extra $100 for a more powerful console. If nobody agrees with you, they're an Xbox fanboy. Like, this is what I mean, dude. If you just didn't insult people for not agreeing with you, none of this would have happened in the first place. But I think the reason you keep responding is because you want this to continue, because it keeps giving you that attention that your parents never gave you. Also, I'm just saying, I love my Switch, but to say that it offers more than the Xbox is objectively false, because Microsoft has way more first-party games. Yeah, you can easily say that the quality of first-party Nintendo games are much higher, but you're saying Nintendo offers you more. Name one thing that Nintendo has more of than the Xbox, because the Xbox has more games overall. Nintendo doesn't get most third-party games that release now because their hardware is so underpowered. The exclusives might be better, but Xbox still offers you an objectively better experience in basically every single way, even when it comes to being mobile, because you don't, if you want to like play games via cloud streaming on mobile, you don't even have to buy a console. Just pay $10 a month or $15 a month for Game Pass Ultimate, and then you can stream the games to your phone as long as you have a good internet connection, a lot of which will be performing with better graphics and frame rates than their Nintendo Switch counterparts. Continuing on though, Queen Zelda then replied with, at Glenny, if you weren't salty, why would you talk about it that Xbox doesn't have games? Excellent question, by the way. That Xbox only has old games. You see the hypocrisy in that? Xbox can't have no games and old games at the same time, lol. That Game Pass isn't a well thought out concept. Seriously, please, why are you being salty over a plastic box? It didn't do anything to you, which I 100% agree with, but anyway, continuing on, Glenny replies with, at Queen Zelda, so saying Xbox has no games means that you are salty? Is this a reason to be salty? Laughing face emoji. When people say Xbox has no games, of course they mean exclusive games, so where you see the hypocrisy? Laughing face emoji. Well, I'm just gonna throw it out here right now. If people mean Xbox has no exclusive games when they say Xbox has no games, why don't they specify exclusive games? Because, you know, exclusive games and just games in general are very different things. So, I mean, that's kind of on you, my dude, for not specifying that in the future. We're just supposed to, like, read your mind or something and understand exactly what you're saying at all times. But like I said earlier, dude, yes, you are extremely salty, because if you weren't, you wouldn't have engaged this entire time. Either that, or you're just extremely desperate for attention. Either way, doesn't make you look good. So pick your poison, I guess. But yeah, guys, there's some more really entertaining interactions. I'm not going to include them in this video because I don't want to keep this video much longer. I just picked the most entertaining ones to me, and I decided to put them in here just because, you know, I feel like shouting out some of my community members. You know, you guys, you're all my motivation to continue to make this content. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fun at the same time, like I've mentioned before, but honestly, the biggest motivation by far is you guys, so I figured I'd give back a little bit. So yeah, with that said, that's going to pretty much wrap up this video. So like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will catch you all next time, where hopefully I'll be responding to a Glenny video. So dude, get on that.